I don't have my
Your gavel.
gavel, but I look for the meeting to order.
No, we're gonna do a prayer, John?
Do you have the time, Mel?
6:35.
Why don't we just say grace? I go pick up my group of. Heavenly Father, we praise you for your goodness and generosity. We trust you for your faithful preserving us through good times and bad. We serve you with all that we have. We glorify you in our plans and activities. We speak of you to others in response to your great love for us. We live for you in every thought, word, and deed, by the power of your Spirit. You are our God. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us together. Thank you for these folks who volunteer to help our fellow hobbits and seniors. And this is the time, I think, to say words because we've come through the pandemic and there's been so many loyal people that have chipped in and this police chugged along. And, we do for those least of us, we do for him. And we thank you, Lord, for giving us the opportunity to serve our fellow seniors. Amen.
Secretary report, Mel?
Yes. So this is, our meeting was February 9th, and we started at 6:35, just like tonight.
Wow.
Present were Chairperson John Nason, Secretary Mel Shaughnessy, Treasurer Ken Horvath, COA Director Claudia Provenzel, Board members Nancy Afonso, Pat Lamoureux, and Bill Lipka. Not present, Vice Chairperson Flo and Member Bonnie. John started us with a prayer that night as well. Secretary's report was presented by myself for our 1/12/22 meeting. Motion to accept Ken, second Bill, motion passed unanimously. Treasurer's report was presented by Ken. Gift account balance was $24,628.97. Supply account balance was $505.66. Service account balance was $1,639.60. Formula grant balance was negative $3,619.11. And our new account from a grant at GFA had a balance of $1,400. Motion to accept the treasurer's report, Mel, second Pat, and the motion passed unanimously. Director's report. Claudia indicated Ashley Clark from Wachusett Rehab has expressed an interest in making a presentation to our group. Bev Colstrom, Sue Brady, and Lorraine have agreed to check into this possible informational program. Update on our debt project. Claudia indicated Representative Donald Berthium has expressed an interest in coordinating this project with Monty Tech. John said he would speak with our town administrator about potential money through infrastructure funds that may be available. Old business, an update on our outreach efforts. Telephone calls was given by Mel and Pat. Calls were made to seniors on our list. People were receptive to our calls. John brought up the idea of home visits, and I expressed some concern about home visits at this time due to COVID. New business, Nancy indicated we need to have a CPR recertification class. Nancy agreed to speak with our town administrator. Claudia agreed to speak with former fire chief Roger Knipe, who has also discussed that Mark may be a resource. Nancy stated she would look into having a presentation by the Center for Living and Working in April. Our next board meeting was scheduled for March 16th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. Motion to adjourn Mel, second Nancy, and our meeting adjourned at 7:38 p.m.
You've heard the secretary's report. Do I hear a motion to accept?
Aye.
Motion's been
I make the
made and
motion to
seconded
accept.
by
Flo.
Flo and Bill.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Treasurer's
voted.
report, is Ken here? Yep.
No.
No,
Ken's
Ken
not
is, yeah, so he does taxes, so
Okay,
he's
that's
just
right.
really, really busy, so.
Okay.
I'd entertain a motion that we not have the treasurer's report tonight due to the inability of the treasurer to be here.
Okay.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion to
Dispense with
not
it.
have,
Skip it.
dispense with the treasurer's report tonight.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Unanimous? Aye. We might get out of here on time.
Services and supplies, I don't know.
Director's report, Claudia may call or may not, right?
Right, and can I know this is probably off the record, but just something about the monies. I was here and opened up a bill from the copy machine, and we only get charged when we go over on the color, and we got a bill for $390. So we should be really careful about the color.
Yeah.
Claudia was always warning us, but well, she's not here, and I think
Did they do the newsletter on the,
that
Ah,
color
machine.
newsletter gets done at Monty Tech.
But the inserts get done here.
Insert, that's right.
There's always inserts with special programs or whatever, and that is made here.
And she's been with
it
the
should be
color
done
to
in black
go.
and white. I mean, it would fit.
Yeah, we have to cut that in.
Right, we may want to, that'd be Sue and Pat.
Yeah.
'Cause
They
that's a
want to talk to Tom
reoccurring,
about that?
And
that's
what
a
looks
reoccurring
nice.
expense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to tell them about that bill that came in,
I mean, it looks
Okay,
nice,
how much was
but-
it for?
$390.
$390. So the
And so we're gonna,
inserts.
until the end of, I don't know what,
The end of June, and then you
June?
start a new year, yeah.
with the printer? That's how
Oh,
the
I have
printer
no
goes?
idea. I wasn't involved in that at all.
I have to look at there is a file for the printer over there, which I
Well,
did.
even if you use colored paper and regular black ink, it's still gonna look nice and,
Mhm.
Well,
For
that's
one
what
day.
that's what they do for the extras. These here, they were on the yellow paper for St. Patrick's Day. But, I guess they wanted to keep it all color, you know what I mean, so, but we could, just have.
Too expensive.
inserts. Yeah, and I
It takes
can
away
look
from
up.
other things that we wanna do.
I don't know when we started that service contract, when we bought the printer.
I mean, somebody may have thought that we had that grant from GFA, so we had all kinds of money.
Well, we do, and, I mean,
Yeah, but you have the
It can
grant, but
cover.
at $300 and some odd dollars a month, you know, you're talking $3,600,
Yeah.
$4,000
Right.
plus right there.
so, yeah.
All
they
right, so
give
you
you a
want
per
me to,
charge?
if I see them tomorrow?
Yeah,
They
just,
don't always come in on Thursdays, but.
that's true.
Did they itemize the charge as per click? Somebody clicks?
Oh, yeah. It's all stored in the printer.
No, I mean, the bill, there's a bill.
No.
So it just says $300.
$390 for the excess color.
Could it be for service too? Or it just says color?
Oh, no, we
No,
don't
we
pay
don't.
for service.
No.
We pay, we have a
Contract.
We have a
Service
contract for
contract.
service, which Friends pays half, and we pay half. So, yeah.
is any other organization using that would have built that?
No, I mean,
cost up?
Friends uses it.
Oh, just the Friends, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't use the color, do they?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Once in a while, one of the seniors will have something that they want copied, and
Yeah.
But it's
that's
black
not a
and
whole lot.
white
We've
and-
never gotten a bill like that even.
no.
Oh, yeah, we did once.
Yeah.
And that's when Claudia was like, oh, stop using the color.
Well, I mean, you know, now that we know, but
Yeah.
before I didn't see a lot of color being.
And I
unless it
can
was a
check in
different
that
group.
file to see what the dates are,
Yeah.
whatever comes
So
contract.
something like this, you don't need to print up.
Yeah, I did this at home.
Yeah, oh, I'm just saying.
Yes, I did
No,
this.
but they
Bill
do
will
it
find
fit.
out why I did this.
You know, you have to have a flyer when you leave.
You
so
have an
know what's going
assignment
on.
coming, Bill.
Yeah.
Always got the schedule and everything.
That's right, I can keep this at home if we go there.
Okay.
Sorry. But anyway, that, I just thought I'd bring that up because I just put it, Ken probably hasn't even paid it yet, I just put it in Ken's thing.
Well, moving on.
Yeah.
We might get out of here
Yeah, keep dreaming.
before I have a ride.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, any old business?
Update on the deck. Nancy, you wanna? give us
Okay,
some-
so this is what John and I worked on with Claudia. over the phone and, submitted to the ARPA meeting next door, it's going on. Before I get started, the downside of this is, even though ARPA has money, which we discussed at the last one, that they have distributed to the towns,
Excuse me.
and the towns are taking in, applications from different boards and stuff for panning this money out in the ways that they see fit. The select board makes the final decisions. And the downside is we did not get what we were hoping to get, and daily, I checked with Claudia and she checked almost daily with Don Berthium's office. We did not get any estimate, a written estimate from him, which is what we should have had to submit
Yeah,
with this. So we did fill out the materials. I did talk to Dave, our town administrator, and said, you know, should we get something in now, or should we wait till the next allotment? So we have half of that $1.5 million came in, so we have 750 or whatever roundabout money that's in now for the town, and the other half is coming in June. And I asked if we could just wait and submit this material, you know, the beginning of
I
June.
think that's a good idea.
He said, no,
Why?
because they're probably going to have so many applications now, and they're gonna vote on it. I thought they would only vote on using the first 750 now, but no, they're gonna vote on, knowing that they're gonna get the other half, it's not a question.
Yeah,
They're gonna assign the whole 1.5. So it would be almost useless to get in later if enough of them come in now. So he said, submit what you got. So what we had is we put in for, the proposed project is called the Senior Center Deck. We put in funding request for $25,000 to $30,000 estimate for building materials. Cause Don had said that that would be what he would estimate it as, but like I said, we don't have it in print. And then we had to say what category this would be under, this deck, and we put it would be to support public health. They have choices here. So number 1 was support public health, and 2 was to address negative economic impacts caused by public health emergency. So this is all referring to the pandemic. So meaning that, that for us, for the seniors in town, it would be good to have it, you know, to have a place that they could come and
Be outside.
be outside rather versus inside, you know, especially if it gets worse again, you know, which it might do, when we had to be outside for that amount of time, you know. So then,
no, nothing. No more.
and they wanted us to provide, a reason, identify the problem that we're gonna solve with this. So basically, we put down, it would provide more space for senior activities, and especially in a fresh air activity kind of way. And we also put down it would be healthy outdoor activities. And it would benefit seniors and their families in our town. And it asked how many people in the community estimated it would help. We put open to all seniors, and that is 1/3 of our town's population. What would we have? They asked if we needed other things like equipment and stuff, and we wrote down like a grill, table and chairs for outside, but they specifically asked about if we needed further staffing, and we said no, you know, we obviously can handle with what we have. And then we are working on specific plans and applying to Monty Tech for construction. So you can't get Monty Tech to agree to construction until you have a building permit, which is what we'd have to work on once we get the plans.
Yeah.
From Don's office. So, we put a note in that the quote for the project is forthcoming from Don Berthium for materials. Cause we're doing this supposing that we're going to get Monty Tech to build it, and it would just be materials that we're asking for. So, and then at the end, it just asked us what categories we'd be under, and we put to support public health, and then the cost of an estimate from the engineer is what we're waiting on.
So that's
For
what we
the
put in.
plans. So you need the
We
plans.
need the plans.
Yeah.
we've been assured that we're gonna get
Thanks,
ballots.
Nancy, for your work on this. I mean, it was a difficult process because we were missing some pieces that we should have had, but we'll continue to work on something. And it's important to remind the townspeople that as they look around this room, most of this, almost all of it, did not cost the town a penny.
No.
It was all volunteers and donated funds. Part of it probably the Giving Tree. And we thank the Barry Senior Center for that, because Claudia and I went there one day and there was a Giving Tree. And we said, that looks like something we should be doing.
We need a
And
giving.
the town resident, the young lady who spent a lot of time at my house with my oldest daughter,
Oh, yeah.
growing up, painted that with her husband, Joni and Vic. And they did a great job, and it's been a blessing. And
Yeah, it's a memory tree too, of all the people that
Yeah.
have passed away and left us
right,
Yeah.
memories, you know?
yep. Yeah.
So
And
it's
it's a good
nice.
way to remember a relative, especially if they came to the activities here, because
Oh, yeah.
this is like a second family
Yeah.
before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Since
Before
the pandemic, it's
yeah.
been terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's been
But I think this is a good place to thank the volunteers that come in here, the women
Yeah.
who
They work
do all
hard.
the volunteer work in here, and I think maybe it should be a woman that is the chairperson of this organization.
We have plenty of men who help out. We got Chad, we got Ed, we got Richard.
Yeah, but
See if that's Claudia.
it doesn't have to be a man. So, anyway, so that's the update on the deck. Again, thanks Nancy for all your help. COVID update, I hated to hear the news I heard today that there's a new variant of COVID-19 around that's more infectious than the previous version, but not as severe, which is good. But it's gonna affect us if it gets around to us here in Hubbardston, and maybe.
I heard it's only in China, right?
It is, it's 25 to 50 million people that have it right now. They've shut the whole thing down, people can't be on the street,
Really?
It's
How come
really-
we're not hearing that much
Maybe in
on the
England,
news?
I have no idea.
Maybe in England too.
Yeah, it could be.
There was
yeah.
an outbreak in England, I thought they had.
So it's something to be concerned about, but we
Concerned about.
keep our eyes open for it, be ready to, we know what we need to do now.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
so,
I think we've done very well.
yeah, we've been very lucky,
You know,
very lucky.
Clean all the
Been
time
disciplined
and,
and-
yeah,
and,
Yeah.
made sure that
Well, the
none of
other
our
thing
people are
is,
sick.
they're now recommending the fourth shot,
Well, that's fine.
Pfizer.
And I've heard, I get a lot of news things
Yeah.
on my computer, and there's a doctor, a well-known immunologist that says, that's Pfizer, he says, and that's the president of Pfizer.
Don't
That's
do
a
it.
commercial,
Moderna too.
that's a commercial
They're
thing.
pushing,
Don't
but,
do it.
because they
Don't
get
do-
money every time.
No, Pfizer said no. It was just on the news yesterday, was that Pfizer said, no, we're not recommending a fourth shot right now.
Well, the president, I just saw him on TV
Yeah, we
say
just
so.
heard it today.
Yeah, and
So
Moderna did
he
too.
probably chastised his board or got chastised.
That's
by the
weird.
board.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But anyway,
Well, that's up
let's
to
hope
you.
that doesn't happen, and
Put that on new business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, monkey business.
it may come to that, you know, it may come to, we need a shot like we do for the flu. I don't know, but
Mm.
one shot.
we need to be hanging around. So that's the COVID update. We're really moving along here.
Good.
Any, new business, any subject open for discussion?
I have a list.
Good.
Somebody else wants to
You
go
always
first?
have a list.
I have a list. And I'm texting with Claudia right now, and she,
I've got one suggestion.
okay.
This has been a tough 2 years for everybody. We should have some kind of a celebration with food, and maybe like our annual barbecue. I don't know if we can get the,
I think with the Memorial Day thing with Claudia on that committee, I don't know if it's gonna be ready to do a barbecue
I'm on the
next
same
month.
committee, so.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know, so then you guys can,
Yeah,
you wanna do
we'll-
another one right in a row? Well, but we're gonna talk about yard sale too.
all
And
right.
we
Well, why
have
don't
to
we
do
let you
something for
Go
Skip.
along with your list.
Right.
Yeah.
Skip and
I've talked
his
with
brother,
Diane.
yeah.
So that could be our thing. Why don't you start first and talk about that? Have you got anything for that?
I talked with Diane, and Claudia said that she wants it to be an award or recognition for his contributions to
Oh.
the council.
Are we not talking about this now?
No, I guess we're not, I don't know. That's true.
Are we talking about this on camera?
You know, yes, we are. Be aware of that.
It's not gonna be a surprise?
That's
Well,
right. So
it
I
was.
don't think, I think,
Its wife wasn't gonna say.
I think we should probably, I would suggest we form a committee of 3 people.
We already did.
You did, then that should be discussed at their
Okay.
meetings and not on
Okay.
camera.
Okay,
So
so we're not.
it can be a surprise.
Okay.
Alright, so this wasn't even on my list, but let's go to yard sale.
Okay.
Everybody's been talking to me, and I know I just had my husband pick up some things from Shirley and Betty to put in the shed. And I thought we were having a yard sale in June and making it when the same day as the town-wide one. So I was on the phone with Sandra Berry today, and she got on with Katie Young, and we're planning a date. And now Claudia says, I thought we might do it in the fall, and I thought we would do it too. And she was saying, winter things sell better and the holiday things sell better in the fall. And I said, I thought we were doing both times. And she says, I thought it was too much work to do 2 of them.
She did say that last year,
Yeah.
that it would be
Right.
one.
It is a lot
And
of
it would
work.
be in the
It
fall.
is a lot of work.
Because a lot of our ladies are getting older now and they can't stay all day, and it's hard on the ones that can stay all day, she said, to go 2 days in a row.
So we need to vote then, because I've got Sue and Pat, especially Sue, she wanted to put it into the newsletter, and I said, wait, we haven't even come up with a date.
Yeah.
And she wanted people to start cleaning out their houses and bringing stuff down to the shed and to come up with a date.
And
So
Why would we have a different date than the date that's gonna be the townwide?
no, Claudia usually sets a date. Sandra, they make it when we say. So whatever date we as a council
We
set.
agree to, then
Right,
the town does it.
right.
Okay.
So that's what Sandra
But it
just
should
told
be
me.
the same date, anyway.
It would be, we
Yeah.
would set it, but I just worked out all the things with the graduation and everyone else's yard sales, and Katie does that, craft thing that's a whole weekend down at the field in
Yeah.
June. So if we're not gonna do it, we need to vote and say we're not gonna do it till fall and have them put nothing in the newsletter, or
What-
just,
Well, why don't we, I'll entertain a motion then to set a date, and you can either yay or nay it,
for the fall.
for the fall,
Okay, so we're not gonna have one in June, correct?
correct? We need a
I mean,
vote for
I know
that?
she said that, before, so have you talked to her about it earlier? Is she on there?
We're texting, she's not on
Oh, she's
FaceTime, she's
texting.
out to eat.
Oh,
I don't remember if we had talked much about the yard sale. It's all been this ARPA stuff and other stuff. I don't think we talked much about the yard sale. I specifically knew I wanted to bring it up tonight because they wanted to put something in the newsletter.
yeah.
So I think the
I
newsletter,
think we.
and I know
talked to
Claudia wants to come back and clean out that shed. I don't know, it didn't look bad to me tonight.
She
We
doesn't,
put
she
some
wants
stuff.
everybody to have it in buckets.
Right.
Doesn't want any boxes.
Right.
So if people are gonna send stuff, it has to be in a bucket.
So Bev's been trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know, we just put a
Yeah.
table and chairs in there from Shirley's house. My son went and picked it up in the truck. So,
Yeah.
so I don't think they should say anything. And if there's gonna be a town-wide yard sale, then we'll put it in Sandra's lap. Since we're not involved,
Okay.
if they wanna make one, right? I should call Sandra back and tell her, or text her back and just say, we voted tonight not to do one in June. So if they want to have a townwide one, we wanna do it in September.
Fall. Yeah. September.
We can vote on a date, I suppose, and, or we can wait till Claudia comes back and vote on a date. If it's in the fall, we don't really need to set it right
We
now,
don't
right?
have to, yeah. Oh,
Do you have a calendar?
I have my woo socks.
you know, like a plastic
How do we,
bucket so that they
how do
don't,
we
It's
do
something
the
with
boxes
these,
get
the
all wet.
yard sale?
We do good.
and everything get molded.
When it's
and then they have to
coordinated
throw
with
out
the
a lot of
townwide?
stuff, especially clothing.
Yeah, but
So
they
she wants
follow our
things to be
lead.
put in a
When-
plastic
So that, the
bucket.
townwide
Do you
would
want
be
it
in
back, just
September.
put your big name
Maybe.
on it.
Oh,
It
maybe.
wouldn't
way
be
they've
a
always
separate
had it
day
in
in
June. Well,
June, would it,
huh?
or?
I don't know, they've
Oh.
always had it in
In a
June.
box, yeah, well, I
Yeah.
guess that's,
So I don't
she
know
said,
what they-
because if you
what
put
they'll
Is it
clothing
in
in a
conjunction, do
box,
they plan with the
or
other towns
bag.
as well, because they do it in?
We do it opposite
Yeah.
other towns.
Yeah.
So I
you have
have
to check with her, that's what she
Gardner
said to
and
me
Westminster's here.
last time I
Okay,
talked to
right.
her.
And they're
And they've-
doing May and
they've-
Which
June.
was before
They've
she
got their
left, so.
days. And what's the other one? They do it over there in, Westminster too.
Yeah, this is in June. So, I mean, September you have,
Hurricane season.
oh, don't, I said I'd never do it again in the fall.
Oh,
After
God.
You
that
did?
tent's coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Remember?
tents
That's the
were
only thing
coming
that's
down,
windy,
the
yeah.
racks of clothes, we must have picked
Claudia
those up
seems to
10
forget
times.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe,
She needs a
I
reminder.
think
August
September though,
before
should be,
September?
should be better weather, I think,
When?
unless we have a
So
When
hurricane.
did we do it last year? Was it September or October?
was
I
that,
thought it was June, wasn't it?
Didn't we do two?
we did both, we did June and the fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and usually we do that, but it's getting to be a lot for
Yeah,
our older people.
yeah.
We do get a few kids from the mountain that comes, you know, to school,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and helps us out, but they don't stay as long as, you know,
Yeah.
need to. And cleanup time is,
That's
It's
when,
hard.
that's when you need them.
yeah,
That's when you're,
it's really hard.
you're tired because it takes, you have to set up. Then
Yeah.
we do it for 2 days
Yeah,
and then it's cleanup. So
So-
by the time you're cleaning
so
up,
it's
you're all
actually 4
sore
days by
and
the time
exhausted.
everybody's
Oh,
done.
man, I know.
You know, it's, 'cause all day Friday we're setting up, Saturday and Sunday, then Monday we're more or less trying to pick up and make sure everything else is cleaned up, so you got 4 days to,
We did get a dumpster last year though, that was really good.
yeah, that was good, yeah, but,
That was a
So-
big
so we
help.
should.
Labor
vote on-
Day, Labor Day's the 3rd. The next Saturday is the 10th. And then you got the
There's a
17th.
lot of towns that hold special events on that,
Yeah, you wanna
week
skip
after
Labor Day
Labor Day.
probably. The week after, you're saying?
no, the weekend after, yes.
December.
Well, isn't field
You got
day in
17th.
September?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When's field day?
Oh, that's in September also.
Yes, it is.
How about August?
And to
End of
me, it's
August.
not bad to have it the same day as field day. I think it would have been, and Claudia wanted it the same day as, it's the powers that be that run those that might not want us to have
Half
it the
the
same day.
people that are here set up at field day,
No, it's true.
you know, cause, I'm on the cash committee, the Golden Ages
Golden
puts
Ages
that, you
usually,
guys set
yeah.
up
There's a
on.
lot.
And then you're gonna
Field
do
day.
2 big weekends in a row?
Oh, the library road race, yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
We haven't set the date.
I think we
It's
gotta have that
usually-
committee meet
Yeah.
and come back with
Absolutely.
No,
suggestions.
it's in September.
Absolutely.
After, you know, after you,
I can check my shirt.
Yard sale committee?
The 3 people,
the
yeah.
3 people who are gonna pick the
Something
day.
around there.
But that's
No,
something
it's,
else. That's,
it's the
that's like
same.
June,
Yeah,
the other thing.
Doesn't the Lions Club do something like the second week of September and then that's the same day we do our road race or something?
I
That's a
think so.
field day.
That's
Yeah.
field day, right.
yeah,
So yes, that's a field day. You didn't even have it on the same deal.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. No.
I think we've gotta come back with more information and more discussion about this because,
The ramifications.
Yeah.
24th, I'm thinking it's probably gonna, that we might end up in the last weekend, to
okay.
be safe, cause I know that field day is usually the
Yeah.
Mhm.
second or third, it's never the last. We wanna make sure it's not the same, but yet you don't wanna go into October.
No, because
No.
Cold.
And the weather gets
it's
iffy.
iffy, you know.
Yeah,
All right, so
So-
we'll table that for next time.
tabled,
All right, so my next thing, I'm gonna go with an easy one next.
okay.
Good.
If anyone can think of a place to
Thank you for joining
place,
us.
Thank
get
Thank you
rid
for
of that
letting me
bench.
sit here.
It's good to see you. That bench,
See you tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay.
I will be.
That was the
See you
bench,
then.
that was
Given to the town. not
originally
us.
given to the town and put in the selectmen's room.
Yeah,
And then they moved it into here.
they didn't want it.
so we need more spaces for books and puzzles. We, you know, Claudia, I know, we've been talking about it for a long time, we'd like to put more bookcases and stuff over there for the seniors to use since no one sits on the bench.
Would any,
Puzzles
how
have
about the
been a big
library? Would the
thing.
library
Yes, they
want
have.
one?
Yes.
No, already tried.
Already
Yes.
tried?
Yep.
Chris?
Yep,
Well, I mean, they have to find a better, maybe in the school somewhere.
In the in one of the
Maybe we could
corridors.
raffle it
Yeah,
off
one of
at
the
the,
corridors.
they
Or in
can't
the-
fire.
at the yard
Just
sale.
Maybe-
before you go in the administrative area.
Right.
Who made
Yeah,
it?
that's what I was saying, maybe in the
Katie
other
Young, I
building?
think.
You,
I-
Katie
No,
Young.
because
the
there's a
school?
library, that's
She's on
why.
the select
school?
board.
you mean?
No, I meant over the,
It's supposed to be like.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
they've all
offices,
been
but-
asked.
huh?
They've all been asked.
They've all been asked.
Yeah, well, we
Well-
weren't asked and it was put in here.
Foisted
And
upon
I
Chop it
think
out
there's
and
something
put it in
wrong
a
with
fire.
that.
We
We're
thought about
very
that too.
limited in the amount of people we can have in here. That's one of the reasons we want to put a deck on the back.
Right,
Yeah.
And
but having space for books and that kind of stuff
Correct.
is really important.
we don't have enough room for our activities. We're not a storage facility.
So I said this was easy, but it's everyone's gonna have to think about it.
Yeah,
And if you think of us.
Well, it was given to the town, they ought to be taking care of the situation.
What about the library? Do they have any?
They've all been asked, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
well, we could give it back to Katie.
Who gave it
No, not
to us?
really. She was instrumental in getting that made.
Who was this? Who made it?
Katie Young, she's.
Katie Young.
Yeah,
On
she's
the-
got plenty of room at her house.
No,
Absolutely.
That's a town thing and it's unique.
It's a beautiful, unique thing.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It's
Put it
a
on
piece
the
of
common.
furniture.
Put it across the street on the outdoors on the common.
I don't think it would weather that well.
Well,
Couldn't you shellac it, do something, weatherproof it?
marine
Well,
varnish.
let's get some suggestions from the townspeople that are watching this.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what? What about Clark's Corner there at the end of High Street across from the bank? Isn't,
But it would still be outside and it really,
well,
as I
there's,
said, it
that's a
would,
covered little thing area.
Isn't
It's a
that a little
little,
gazebo there?
There's a little.
Gazebo thing.
Yeah, a little gazebo.
Gazebo type of
I think
thing.
it's
how
big
about in
enough.
the gazebo?
I mean, they have, I'm trying to think, I
They
haven't
do
been
have
there in a
something
while.
in there?
Yeah, but it offers
So,
some protection.
Town administrator probably? Oh, I can dump this on him.
Yes. We definitely
We
are
come
lacking room here, you know, and
Mm.
All right,
I think just to dump it into the senior center is not a thing to do. We don't have enough room for what we need. So let's make that suggestion that they find a place where, it isn't our job to find a place for a beautiful piece of
I know,
furniture.
it is a nice piece,
it is. And it
but
would
you can't put it outside, no way.
I
You
don't
don't
think
Has
so.
to
It
be,
wouldn't
yeah.
last.
No.
I know,
It would crack and.
yeah, it would be ruined.
So have enough room, but
Is there any way it could go on the finished deck?
It's still.
Someone would take care of it?
So I think,
in the
uh,
In the
meantime?
cold though, it's still.
finished deck,
in the
well,
cold.
again, it's a deck, it's, you
It's-
know,
yeah.
and I think she's given up on the cover too, so if we don't have it covered,
Oh,
it'd be the same problem, right?
I thought we were gonna have it covered.
I don't think that's part of the plan at this point.
no?
Because
That's
we
what I was
wanted
told.
it covered, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanna have a roof on it, so
Yeah.
if it's a crummy
Well-
day, you can still be out there.
We'll see.
For hot days and.
Umbrellas.
you're reading from notes that Claudia gave you.
No, I'm reading with notes that I took, as people approach me about different things.
Okay.
So, the CPR class, I was on the phone again with Judy. Judy O'Donnell is being very helpful in setting that up, and I can bring that up. She has 2 instructors ready to go. If we have more than 12 people, more than 11 or 12 people, she's gonna get a 3rd instructor, which she'll work on. One of the instructors is a school nurse, and the other one, his name is Gary. She told me the names, Gary and Lori. And we talked about doing it, she said on a weekday, and I didn't understand how a school nurse could do that, but she said her schedule's flexible. I said, well, the only time, I'm assuming we'll do it here because there's really no other big enough spot to work on, you know, these things. And so, I suggested to her Friday, and I said, if need be, we could probably cancel the painting class if we needed the whole day. And, we may not though. So she's gonna order the books and everything. At this point, we have possibility of 12 people, and a lot of them were saying it depends on the day, you know, that it's set for.
Mhm.
So, and we talked about possibly Good Friday. In that, I don't know if the school has off, but it is a Friday, and I know that she and I both couldn't do vacation week, the kids' vacation week, which is the 3rd week of April. So we threw that out there as a possibility. But we don't have a date yet. She has to talk with this woman, Lori, to get the date. And right now we have 6 or 7 of us signed up, and I only asked the people who are regularly in here, kind of in charge, you know, or have like bingo and whatever, if they wanted to do it. I didn't go to every single person, but if there is any of you interested in it, let me know, that I haven't talked to. And then we have 4 people from the town offices who are interested.
Good.
I did not go to like police and fire and all that, because I've worked hard to.
They were
tried
probably
to get it through the
certified
file.
anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, that's the CPR class. I don't have a date yet, and it's gonna cost $20 to $25, and Claudia said we should pay for that, pick that up for the people. That's for materials, the books and stuff. She asked, and then maybe Flo or somebody who's been here longer than me would know, she asked if we had to have the cards themselves, or if we could just have a certificate to say that we've done the class and everything, and I
I'm
said,
not sure on that one.
I have somebody I could ask. One of my
Yeah.
former officers was the statewide coordinator for that program.
well, no, but it wouldn't be from them, it would be,
From us?
the place that the only people we're doing it for is Mock, right? We do this, I think Mock requires it, don't they?
Yeah, that we have somebody CPR trained.
Yeah, when we're doing food?
For the van?
No,
No,
that's not CPR.
no, they have to do it, my husband.
No one is eating here
But,
right now.
but if we are, say that we reinstitute that in a few months, it's good no one's eating it, none of us are certified right now. All of ours ran out.
And Serve Safe is gonna be
Right,
expiring
that's on my
too.
list. So, all right, so you're not sure either.
I'm gonna be taking a
It's
survey
mock.
Saturday.
Right,
Are
that's
you?
what I was gonna
Yeah.
bring that up. So Flo's gonna do it.
Oh,
Hopefully
good.
I can, I haven't had time to study that much, but I have done it before, so I'm hoping that I can.
And did you
remember
need
everything.
some money back for that class from us?
I don't know how much it's gonna cost it. It's, Tina she works at another farm, so they have to have a certification, and hers is out, so, and plus we have to have it for the cash committee. So, I says, well, I'll need it for all 3, so, and field day, so I'm gonna try Saturday morning. I will let you know though, I'll pay for it ahead of time. And, I don't think it's as much as regular though. It's for the farmers, so they're not going to, I don't think it's as much as usual.
Okay.
'Cause I think they're like $300 on internet, and then I think it cost me 200 or something the last time I did it.
We went through Mock, I think, last time.
Yeah, but you still had to pay for it, you still, for certification.
They actually paid for me.
Did they? Oh, they paid for you?
They paid for me.
Cause I know,
So who else took it? Walter took
Walter.
it and Bev.
yeah, and so they're still certified, aren't they? Beverly and, are they up?
It's coming close.
I think we looked into it, and I think this was last year.
So they have this,
Sometime this year,
Yeah.
I think it runs out.
Yeah,
They're
they have
good
to,
for like 5
Don't they have
years.
to post it? It's-
yeah, you have to have it posted, yeah. Anyway, we had to have it,
It gets taken down.
It's in a drawer.
It's in the drawer.
as long as we can show it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. So that was the next thing. The last thing I had was, a lot of people have been expressing interest in going to the Woosocks. And, we wanted to do it as an outing, and I talked to Claudia about this today. gonna do it as an outing from us, the senior center. Versus going, last year we went to the Central Mass Senior Group, whatever they call it. And, it was all fine except for the fact that we didn't have seats. So that was, no seats. Well, yeah, you could get in these
High top
high
tables,
top
right.
table seats if you found one. And they're mostly filled,
Wow.
so we couldn't
What
get,
was this for?
Blue Sox
Blue Sox.
game, the
Oh,
the
so-
minor
oh,
league
yeah.
Red Sox game. So we were hoping that Bill might head this up. Claudia thought that was a wonderful idea, Bill.
I will call the Woo Sox, see what they need for a group rate. I thought it was like 10, so I'm sure we can get at least
Oh,
10
yeah.
people.
I think there was quite a few that went last year.
Yeah, we had about 10. We did the van,
Yeah,
but some people could drive if there's,
yeah.
you know, if there's more than 10.
Well, let me talk to them,
Yeah.
and I will report back.
And as far as picking a date to go, you know, you have your calendar, but I was particularly thinking if you keep away from the weekends, I don't know how your schedule is, but,
Well, you want a day game, obviously, right? Do you
oh,
know?
no, oh, what did we go to last year? I think it was like a 4:00 game.
Well, this one here, May 11th is 12:15. And
Yeah,
it looks like when, yeah, the rest, that's during the week, it's a Wednesday.
yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That's,
The weekend games like 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
And they're probably busier, you probably get better luck trying
Right.
to get into a Wednesday game than
yeah.
a Saturday, Sunday
We
game.
got like June 15th.
The only trouble with the
12:15.
Wednesdays is getting the van. So what we don't want to happen is
Oh.
if we're gonna use the van, which is kind of convenient, cause parking is awful there. And Wednesday afternoons, and we have to check with Sharon, you know how to get in touch with Sharon. The letters, the phone number's in the newsletter, Bill,
Oh, okay.
under getting transportation. And she's very nice, and, she has, I think there's a medical appointment, my husband usually drives that person, and medical will
Yeah.
comes first, so I know Fridays, I don't see any Friday afternoon games, but Friday afternoons, I think usually there isn't anything. Monday, I don't know, check with Sharon, she knows, we have some people who are going for regular, therapy appointments, chemotherapy and stuff. So, she'd be the one probably to talk to first, if we wanna use the van. She could probably say, oh, go this afternoon or this evening.
Now, we only have one driver.
We only have one van. We have a couple drivers, but they trade off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought,
In the past,
when
haven't
we
we
went
gotten a
to,
second one?
Uh-huh.
we got
No more.
another van off Merritt. We went to that restaurant out west of Mass, what the heck was the name?
Golden Corral?
Golden Corral. We had 2 vans.
We used to have 2 vans. We used to be able to get a second van
Right.
in Fitchburg.
Can't, no more.
So that's the hassle with that.
All right, well, let me talk to Sharon and then,
Unless we have a couple people who wanna drive big cars.
I'll drive,
How many can you fit? I have a big car too.
3.
3? Anyway, that's, good luck.
They're supposed
Get
to
that job.
improve the parking anyway across the street, so
You have to get
let
the
me talk
bid
to Sharon
first,
and I'll
too.
talk to,
I mean, yeah, cause he's
the
gotta
Woosocks.
check with the Woosocks.
Well, we'll make you a committee of one for.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Check with the
Handicap,
Woosocks.
if anyone was a handicap sticker van, if we have to take another car or two, that would be
I can
probably
deal with that,
a lot better
Yeah.
parking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, right?
yeah.
I've only been once and we walked quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We had to park far away, yeah.
Wow.
We parked not too far, we got a ticket. So,
Wow, we park across the street. It's nothing.
Really?
How are we doing on the
that's it, my list is good. gone.
It's
Thank you,
gone?
Nancy. I'm gonna, wanna make a little public announcement for friends of ours who make free membership when you get a chance, I'll,
Oh, that doesn't, we're gonna finish the meeting first
yes,
and then, okay.
right.
Is there any other business that anybody wants to bring up? Nancy, how are you doing on supplies? We all set? You always
Yeah,
keep
I
your,
haven't
take
checked
care of
it
it, so.
recently. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
been horrible. Those plastic cups I got are awful.
Yeah,
I just, I'm very disappointed, and I went to BJ's the other day for myself, and I thought, you know what, the price isn't that much different here at BJ's than it is where we're getting it through WB Mason, and they're out of stock of all the stuff we usually order. All the good stuff, they're out of stock. Yeah, we're probably all sitting on those boats outside.
Container ships.
Yeah.
The container ships, so it just says out of stock and everything, so I went with other stuff, and it's been horrible. I mean, the plates are probably okay. but-
well, I have cards this weekend, you want me to pick up anything that I will need for,
I don't think that we have plenty more of those little plastic cups. I brought in those
Okay.
big green ones for the party yesterday, maybe for the concert. But, no, I don't think,
You know what would be nice if we had coffee cups
Those
to
are-
go
those are,
with a lid.
oh, you know how expensive
Good luck
those
on
are?
yeah, they're very expensive.
They're very expensive.
Yeah.
You don't want
And
it.
I've been trying to get people to use the red cups because, and I bought more coffee cups. Again, they were out of those nice ones we usually use.
Yeah,
And so those little white ones in there.
well, they'll have to use
They're
what we
supposed to
have.
be coffee cups, but they're
Yeah.
so hot when you touch them. I don't
Mhm.
even really think that they're meant
If
for
I
hot
use those, I
drinks.
usually use two, and that's a, waste.
Yeah.
because- But you can't have people
Right.
lift,
And they weren't cheap, and that's what I
Yeah.
got.
exactly.
So, I mean, and she's asked us not to spend a lot of money, so I did not, go to BJ's. I can certainly pick up more, but, no, I didn't. I'm figuring we can live with what we've got.
Is
All right.
Costco the same situation? Isn't there one around here?
So, yeah, I think maybe Worcester Way, I don't know, I do BJ's, oh, no, they have the stuff, the supplies.
Oh,
But we
okay.
usually go through WB Mason because the town has an account with them, and we got a little better price.
Mm.
So I give her the list, they order it, we pay it. Same with Amazon, we can get things through Amazon, and the town has an account. So it's just through a different person, and so I know I can get things through them, but it's just if they don't have it, you can't
But
get it.
availability is not
They
there.
just don't have it, right. So right now, we're looking at same problems a lot of people looking at, not being able to get what you,
Well, it's the only thing I had
Look at the
to
grocery
question
store
about.
shelves.
yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I have
No?
nothing else.
Good,
No, well, one more, when guys speaking of supplies, this is March. We don't have anything big happening in April except for the pie thing.
yeah.
And they'll probably submit a bill for supplies, they'll probably get what they need, if anything, for that.
So we should be good.
I'll talk to them about that. They'll need plates and stuff, and I think we have enough for that. Were you using the mock silverware?
That's fine,
It's over there,
yeah.
the plastics, goods.
Mm.
Are we doing anything for, are we doing something for the Memorial Day?
Well, there's an ice cream social.
Ice cream?
But you may have missed it, but the Lions Club have voted to supply food for all the crowds that come to the dedication of
Nice.
Vietnam Memorial.
Nice.
You hear so many horror stories about Vietnam veterans coming home. They need this. It's a healing thing for them. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be quite an event. WGAW is gonna cover it live, the parade, and the speaking
Nice.
program.
Nice.
And I got my
Somebody's come
orders.
forward, trying to think of Bill's last name, Bill,
Shay.
Whitaker?
no, he's,
Phil Shay.
huh?
Bill Shay?
Shay.
Bill Shea?
Shay, Bill Shay. Somebody's contacted him that has a lot of military vehicles, and they're gonna be in the parade. And have a band that we've already committed to getting here.
That's great.
So it's gonna be quite an event, it really
Yeah.
is. And I think people will be happy. And
Who
I
is
think
the
you may see a
chairman
lot
of
of Vietnam veterans show up
Yeah.
from out of town.
Who's the chairman, or who's running it as far as the program?
Claudia?
Well, Tom Collier is gonna be the master of
Oh,
ceremonies.
he is,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
And then various jobs will be doled out.
Yeah. Well, I found a, thing that I just sent it to him yesterday, as a matter of fact. It was in somebody's column, but it was all the verses to taps.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought,
They
wouldn't that be
done
nice to have, like,
going with
somebody,
somebody.
yeah, but there's 4 verses,
Yeah.
or 5, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have somebody like Joyce
Recite
Green and the
that.
girls sing that, you know, and instead of just
I'll bring it
having-
up, cause I'm on the committee.
You are, okay, well, Tom should be receiving that shortly anyway. But I saw it and I said, would be a nice addition, I think.
That's what I think.
Anyone else that we have to cover?
Any other business to come before the committee?
No.
Entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion's been made to adjourn,
I'll second it.
Seconded,
seconded by Bill. Everyone?
whatever.
Paul, seconded?
Yep.
Second the second?
Seconded it to second.
So moved. What
7:25.
How much?
7:25.
Wonderful, I figured an hour, it was enough.